there, welcome back to Emerald TV. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't, please do. Today we have a topic before us, and we are going to be discussing on the topic, is church Father Christmas or a charity zone? And I have by my right hand side Sir Emmanuel Idude, and I have by my left hand side Sir Austin Oyibode. With these two people by me here, we are going to dive into this topic. Remember, is church Father Christmas or a charity zone? Let me go with Sir Austin. So when you hear the topic, is church Father Christmas or a charity zone, what comes to your mind?
Okay, thank you very much for this. Church. First of all, let's examine what is a church. A church is a gathering of people who want to serve God, okay? That is a church. People gather together from different walks of life, different belief systems, men, women, rich and poor, okay? They are not of the same economic status. Some are rich, some are poor, some are vulnerable, some are weak, some are looking for means of taking care of their life. Some are looking for so many things why they come to church. Actually, some people come to church to serve God. Basically, the basic reason for coming to church is to serve God.
Yes. Because you said for those who want to serve God, if it's everybody that comes to church that wants to serve God.
That is one thing. Some people come to church, many people come to church to serve God.
Yes.
To go to heaven, basically. But there's another category of people. So they are looking for a place where to take care of themselves. People come to church for that too. They aim at the church, they come there, they are hungry.
Yeah.
So they want food to eat. So some come to church where they can get solace. When they are sick, somebody will care for them. Somebody will give them something they need to take care of their life because of something like, let me say, hunger for them these days. Now, so these are many reasons why people come to church. So actually, I almost say, in a recent, church is not Father Christmas. It's not a charity organization. But there's a bet there.
Okay.
At times will come where the church will need to give some assistance to people in need.
Yeah.
It's not compulsory, but it's part of church welfare program for members of the church. Somebody cannot be hungry in the church, and the leadership of the church is seeing the person hungry, and they come and say the church is not Father Christmas. If nobody is saying church is Father Christmas, but it's part of the church duty to help members of the church in whatever capacity the church can help them.
Because I know one thing, that there are some people who are in organizations, groups, cooperatives or something, that when they are in need of something, those groups help them out in that way. So church should also
do same. There are rich people in churches. You see churches now, see structure, there is skyscrapers. Plates. When you go to some church, you see cars everywhere. Yeah. And you can't see cars so plenty. And you say there's no money in that church. There's money in that church. So they should help people. But as those cars are heavy in those churches, there's some people that did not eat food before they come to church on Sunday. Yeah. There are people, they just try to struggle and say they want to go and serve God. They bag their children on their back. Some of them wear one slippers. For a week, 2 weeks, they are wearing one slipper. Some are wearing one cloth to church. Some barely eat one meal in a day. Some are living in basha houses. You know basha house now? Whereas some people are living in skyscrapers. Some have light in their house, 24/7. Not never light, too. They have generators, powerful solar system, running their homes. 24/7.
So those things should be extended down to those.
So those people of such category, the church will encourage them to help the people. And I must say something. The church should have what they call welfare scheme. You know what I mean by welfare scheme? There should be a set aside funds to assist such vulnerable people in the church. Church should do some of these things.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir Austin has told us clearly that the church is not a Father Christmas zone. It's not a charity zone. Sir Emmanuel, what's your take on that? Do you agree with him?
Yes, I agree with him.
Okay.
The church is not a Father Christmas. Neither is it a charity home. But there is a clause, which is the church should be a place of succor, a place where you can come to, and maybe you came there with pains. Your pains should be removed. church should be a place where they cater for those that are in need. And I came across some persons in a particular denomination. They have an established place where they generate income. They have a company, and the members, people working in that company, they are members of the church. That is a way of helping them. That is a way of helping the members of the church. You give them employment. And like there is somebody I know somewhere. This man is a cripple, but he's a fervent man. You see him on service days, he's always in the church with his condition. And I was telling the pastor, I was saying, my pastor, please look at this, look at this, look at that, look at this. Can't you help this person? This is an opportunity to assist this person. This is an opportunity to help this person, maybe giving him food or giving him a little financial assistance. That is the duty of the church. The church is not just a place of worship where we worship God. It's a place where we extend our love. It's a place where we fellowship together. And fellowshipping together is not just about reading Bible.
All right. So, having said this, what then can we say is the primary role of the church? If the church is not a charity zone, it is not a Father Christmas house, what then is the primary role of the church?
No, actually, we have not said that. The only thing we said that church is not a charity organization. Yes. But with our explanation, it's almost like say it's a charity organization. Get it right?
Yes.
It is not. But the clause we added is that the church should also extend hands of fellowship to the members of the church.
But can we say then that is the primary role of the church?
No, that is not the primary role of the church. I wouldn't agree with. I don't think any pastor will say that is the primary role. If that is the primary role, then the church has lost its essence. The primary role of the church is to prepare people, members for heaven.
Yes.
That is the primary role of the church. Then, but while preparing the people for heaven, they've not gone to heaven. They are still on earth here now. Yes. So they must eat food while on earth. Because if Jesus has not come, we are preaching Jesus will come. Definitely Jesus will come one day. It's a teaching, it's a doctrine. Jesus will come. Every believer is expecting Christ to come. But for now, Christ has not come. All of us are still on earth here. We must eat food before we come to tomorrow. On Sunday will come. People will go to church. Some go to church on Wednesday. Some go to church on Thursday. Some Monday. Some Saturday. Some have program all the days of the week. And people come to the church. So, the church primary role, as I've said to you, is to prepare people for heaven. But while doing that, people that are in need, the church will find a means of assisting them so that people will be happy being in the church while preparing for heaven.
Thank you so much, sir. So, Simon, I want to ask, should the church prioritize spiritual needs over physical needs? Should it be the church's priority?
Okay. There's a motto of a particular denomination. It said, your spiritual welfare is our concern. Your spiritual welfare is our concern. But in that spiritual welfare, as it is your concern, it is also your concern to take care of the physical needs, physical welfare of the people. Because if the spiritual life of the people is balanced by the service you render, by the messages you preach, by the life you live, and then their financial need is shaking, their financial life is having issues, then they will point out at you and say,
no wonder there is a part in the Bible that says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. So when
and his righteousness, and then these two will be added. So the two must go together.
Yes.
It must go together.
It must balance.
It must be a balance.
Yes.
It must be a balanced system.
Okay.
Yes. Just like let me make reference to Lazarus. Lazarus was okay spiritually. He had everything. But while he was on earth, he was suffering. While he was on earth, he was eating from the table of the sin. The man who was tagged a sinner. The man who was tagged a rich man, but a sinner. He was eating from the crumbs that fell from his table. Yeah. Why? Because
Nobody cared for him.
Nobody cared for him.
That was wrong.
That is one of the duty or one of the responsibility of the church.
All right, thank you. Our time is almost up. I want to ask. Sometimes people just run to the church and the church helps them, and then when they are done, all of a sudden you just see somebody coming to church for a particular time, and then the church has to help the person, and after helping the person will now just, you'll not see the person in church again.
We have experienced people like that. There are some churches we have experienced people like that. Yes, add more. You wanted to say something?
I wanted to ask, what do you have to say to those people? What do you think is the reason why they behave like that?
No, you know what's in there? It is still hunger that is dealing with those people. Listen, if it's not because of that, means they deliberately came to that church for food.
Okay, not to worship.
Not to worship God.
Okay.
They came for food. So I've heard. I don't know if I mention church name, but I've heard of some churches in town in Asaba here.
Yes.
The ladies were coming to the church, and the pastor was finding means of giving them food. Every time they would go on Sunday morning, they would send a sister to the house to go and bring them to the church. Before they will come, the church started at 8 a.m. Before they will come to the church, it's almost 10 o'clock before they will come to church. So before even the person said would have been so tired, worn out, just to help them wash clothes, so that just to encourage them to come to church. The church starts every 8 o'clock, but before up to 10, they are still dragging their feet to come to church. But the people will still drag them to church. So when they feel down, anything they had, they will give them. Somehow there was expectation of some food coming to them from somewhere, from the headquarters of the church. So the lady was disturbing the pastor. Where that thing now? When I promise now, where the food now? I promise where the food there. But somehow the promise did not come the way they expected it, and then they back out. They were waiting for. They did not see that because they were looking for the food to eat. So that is a problem. But to be frank with you, that is not enough to say church. But let me say something before you come in.
Okay.
There are some people that will come from some other cities or states and say they are members of your church from over there. They will come, and because of your kind of love for them, you want to accommodate them. We have heard of bad stories of people like that having been accommodated somewhere. They turn to become robbers, to become thieves.
I've heard of one.
Yes, I've heard of them like that.
A friend of mine actually experienced that.
Okay.
The old lady was a torture to them, even in the same house, commanding, and because you want to still bear that this is my person, they were tolerating her and tolerating, but it was not just something nice. So I understand.
Yet occasion like that, the leader should be very careful. That's why they must be able to do a kind of investigation. If you say you are from Ondo State, from Oyo State, from Akwa Ibom State, let there be a kind of investigation. You can find a way of calling the people there that you know them to link up so that they can be, before you can accept such people into the church or accommodate them so that issues will not rise.
Thank you so much, sir. Our time is up, so this is where we are going to be stopping on this episode of the Emerald TV show. What is your motive for going to church? Why do you go to church? Probably the church is helping you. If they stop helping you, will you still be going? What is the motive behind the reason why you go to church? And what do you have to say? What do you have to add to what we've conversed on this section? Drop it on the comment section. We'd like to read. We'd like to see your thoughts. We'd like to read your thoughts. Thank you. This is all we have. And this is where we'll be stopping. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Emerald TV.